Hey, how's it hanging, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of the Good Doc Talk Stocks. I am your host, Good Doc, Dr. Mike. Ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to share a quick story with you guys, because there's certain things in life that you go through during your investing journey that really do tell you a lot about the investing game. And today, just wanted to share this quick story with you about how Abbvie, stock ticker, Abbvie, basically changed my whole perspective on investing. So I got into Abbvie roughly about, I want to say, a good 6 months ago. Not even 6, maybe about 4 or so months ago. And during that time, Abbvie was trading about 100 even. I think when I got in, it was around $100 even. As you can see, trading today, it's made its way back to that. But the journey to get back to $100 or more, again, it could fall tomorrow, was a long one. It felt like it was long. It felt like it was antagonizing. It felt like the stock was just being hella disrespectful. So let me tell you what happened. If you guys aren't familiar with the trend of Abbvie, there seemed to be a lot of naysayers about the company, all right? Everything was talking about the Humira drug and how they were coming out with different brands that may be able to counteract its dominance in the market. So you had a lot of investors not really believing in the valuation of the company, not really believing in the product, saying, well, damn, if all they got is this, then why am I even in it? So what ended up happening was, from the time that I bought it, the share price just kept going further and further down. And I mean, this lasted for the better part of, since the time that I got into it, up until about a week or so ago. All it did was slide down, 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 down. I think at one point it was down as low as $83, maybe $86 per share. And it was brutal and it was antagonizing, because I was like, man, a stock that has so much potential, and you're reading the news and you're doing your research and you're trying to figure out what in the world is making this stock fall the way that it is, and all you're hearing about is the fact that Humira, which I assume is Abbvie's number one drug, is having potential competition in the market soon. That was the only thing that was basically tanking the price. I mean, there was some investigation that happened as well during a period of time, but that seemed to come and go as far as I know right now. I haven't heard any recent updates on it, but I'm thinking to myself, that's it? This is the reason why the stock is continuously dropping. I mean, I'm hearing about it day after day after day, and I mean, it was just going down. And I was mad, I ain't gonna lie, because you never want to see a stock do this. It has a very, very attractive dividend, which is the main reason why I kept it, I'll say that. And I kept saying, man, well, it's gonna go down, let me drop a share, let me drop a share, let me drop a share here and there, drop a share here and there. Next thing you know, I built up a pretty sizable number of shares. And then when I saw that there was really no change in the company, next thing I know, I said, man, scratch it, bruh. I'll just live off the dividends from where the share point is right now, because I don't know personally where this company is about to go. Okay? I don't know where it's about to go, but I'm not selling out of it because I refuse to take the loss. I refuse to take the red, number one. And number two, I'm like, at the very least, the dividend yield will be more than sufficient for me in the moment. The dividend yield and the dividend payout. So, didn't really care. As I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, the stock kept tanking and tanking and tanking. All right, so roughly, like I said, about a week or so ago, I think it was just after the Pfizer announcement. I think after the Pfizer announcement, or just even a little bit before the Pfizer announcement, things started to take a turn for the better. And I mean, we're up now, way more. You know, my average share price dropped as I kept drip buying, and then nowadays it's trading pretty well. But it took a while to get to this point, and that's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. I'm not here to tell you that I'm the best value investor you'll ever come across, because again, I short sell from time to time as well. It just depends on my motivation. My motivation normally, I've talked about this at the beginning when I first started my channel. If I could get into a growth stock, build it up to a sizable amount to where I'm satisfied with it. I don't mind taking out the money that I've earned from growth, putting it in a dividend stock. I've done that quite a few times. So that's been kind of a mission that I've held on to for quite some time, but I still remain vigilant and still looking for good growth stocks to get into. But yeah, this story for me goes to show that we have to have faith in what we choose to invest in. If you don't have faith in what you invest in, guys, it'll never manifest itself, or your money or your investment will never manifest itself to its fullest potential. And I think that, short selling and things like that, it definitely does stunt your growth in reference to what particular stocks that you choose to get into. I've seen stocks that I've invested in before just take off recently. I'm very happy to be a part of some positions. I'm very proud of the positions that I hold now in some companies, seeing how they've grown a nice little chunk of change out of nowhere, so I'm very happy to be a part of that. But yet and still, I'm not above the fact of, man, this is crazy that a stock can be down in the red tomorrow and shoot up the next day. Now and this is coming from a stock that is a dividend stock. So you know how we feel about your average dividend stock. 9 times out of 10, it's not really expected to have extreme growth. I mean, with companies like Apple who pay a dividend that's relatively low, we always look at Apple as a stock that always has potential for growth. Your tech stocks that pay dividends, you look at them as the types of companies that potentially have growth. All right, so your Microsofts, your Microsofts, your Apples, your, goodness gracious, Samsungs, or not even Samsung, because Samsung's a growth stock, but I think you get what I'm saying. All right, you look at those particular stocks and you're like, well, I'm going to continue to invest in these because I see they have a potential to grow. And I've just learned over time that, man, this here, if you really want to see value in your shit, you got to put money behind shit you believe in. And I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. And Abbvie is my example of that. Abbvie taught me a lesson because it was... in my opinion, it was bad, and I kept trying to figure out, why is it bad? There was never any discrepancies in the balance sheet. There was never any money issues that I heard of. I mean, there may have been some buzzwords or rumors around particular shares that they had. But particular drugs that they had on the market, and maybe they were, trying to bully their way in the market. There may have been some topics of conversation around that, but I never, ever understood the reason why this stock was tanking the way that it did. And at any front, I guess I have to thank the people who decided to get out at that time of Abbvie, because all you did was help me. So thank you. All right, so if you choose to run, ladies and gentlemen, okay, I'm gonna let you run. You go ahead, you run with that one, pimpin'. I'm good to go, because I'm telling you right now, if you play your cards right and you really do get into solid companies, man, you just gotta sit there and believe in them. You just gotta relax and believe in them. You gotta believe that there is something that is going to transcend, that is going to change everything that you ever thought to be true about the company in the beginning. You gotta believe that it's gonna come, because if you start losing that faith and you start to believe that this ain't gonna never bounce back, chances are it never will. And you're just gonna either have to sell and take the L, continue to live off the dividends if it's a dividend stock, or you have to make the conscientious decision to say, you know what, I need to get out of this position. This position is not doing anything for me, and because of that, I'm no longer interested in being a part of the company. Sometimes we have to make those hard decisions, ladies and gentlemen. And again, Abbvie was one of the hardest decisions that I had to make to actually keep. Ironically, it's weird, right? I struggled to keep a company that was really solid all around. But as of the recording of this video today, I'm actually happy that I did. So I hope you guys have a blessed day. Don't only get the likes up, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you get your stocks up as well. Your wealth will not build itself. And with that being said, your boy is out. Take care. God bless. Peace.